Alright, this is Takade back with another Transformers review, and I am so happy I finally found this one. The notorious Transformers Prime RID Airachnid. Now, first, let's take a quick look at the packaging. And yeah, it was only $8. I picked this up at a Big Lots over by where I work. So you got the triple blade sword, Airachnid Decepticon. I like the artwork they got up there. We got our tech specs on the side there. And on the back we got our obligatory product shots. And it's kind of sad when even your product shots can't make your toy look good. Of course. See if we get the bio in the shot. There we go. There's your bio. So let's bring her back in. And she is a stealth helicopter. This is the form she took from Agent Fowler's stealth helicopter. Of course, it's been modified a bit. It's got purple, weird-looking helicopter blades. And, the design overall is not a bad design. Let's get these weird, goofy weapons out of the way. And we'll go and talk about those real quick. They're like pincer laser gun things. They're not bad looking. They're kind of cool looking. Looks like something out of a Halo. And you got a internal. You got a peg port here, 2 pegs on either side. So they're all right. It's just they don't match. It's the helicopter with giant claws on it. But the helicopter mode looks all right. The underside is relatively free of robot kibble. I mean, yeah, that's the body, and there's her head peeking out over there, but you can forgive it. Even the cockpit opens up for a little pilot seat. There we go. I'm sorry, I just got off a 20-hour work shift, so yeah, my brain isn't quite working right now. The biggest problem with this figure, though, is that it should have been bigger. And, yeah, they're trying to go for scale, maybe. But let's take a look at her next to her arch enemy, RC. So I'll let this image sink in for a second. Okay. They're trying to go for scale, and yet the motorcycle is bigger. The motorcycle, what the heck? Let's go ahead and get to my other comparison shots. This is Generations Drift. Go in for scale, huh? From a toy line that regularly makes jets and cars the same size. This is full of Cybertron Shockwave. Let's go ahead and get in transformation. Now, you don't have to, but you can pull the helicopter blade off. And it's not a bad little one-person submarine vehicle thingy. Okay. Pop the arms away from the body. Pull those down. Like that. Flip the nose cone here. Oh, and by the way, there is a little teeny tiny Decepticon logo right there, which is, it's cool that they added that, molded that in, painted that in. I like that. Flip that back. And come down here. You're going to bring these things up and away. And those are like skirt thin things, extra legs, I don't know. Bring the legs apart. And then you can adjust her little toesies. And take the whole cockpit and push it up. There we go. And here we have Airachnid, almost fully transformed. Just gotta straighten her arms out. And I don't think she can even stay standing properly. There we go. You gotta lean her forward. You know, it's kind of sad, and yeah, I'm gonna quickly transform RC off camera because this comparison shot needs to be in here. But she's not a bad looking figure, and I understand what they were going for, but if they would have just made the figure just a little bit bigger, they could have solved. So make the helicopter mode twice the size it is. They could have solved a lot of problems. Now, yeah, in robot mode, they match up alright, but still RC is noticeably bigger. Bring in my other comparison shots. Here is Generations Drift. And Full of Cybertron Air Raid. There are a bunch of things they could have done differently to make this figure a lot better. One, the cockpit seat is molded on the back of her head. Look at that. Which means the ball joint for her neck is hampered by a giant seat on the back of her skull. If you look at the arms here, they would have just flipped this around, put this panel hanging down that way. That would have given so much more movement. And what's up with these hands? What is she trying out for the next part as Jesus Christ? I'm sorry, that's offensive, and I apologize. But it's a flat hand with a hole through it. The legs, that's all the motion you get with the legs. She's got a decent knee bend, I'll give her that. She's got a great knee bend. And she's even got a little toe articulation. And you can take your helicopter blades, flip it around like that. And there's ball jointed pegs there, and you'd flip those all around like that, and you stick it on her back. And unfortunately, there's no way to really lock it in place other than just jamming it. Even then, that won't work. Can I get that to work? Okay, yeah. Jamming this little tab here into the where the nose cone tip is. There you go. Now you can get her legs properly in an aggressive attack position. And she's top heavy with these tiny little feet. And I'm not even gonna bother putting the guns on her hands. Only get this figure if you can get her on discount. She was $8 at Big Lots, so if you can find her there, pick her up. Or even then, maybe even then, don't even bother picking her up. Why did I get her? I'm a sucker for fembots. And there's a bunch of customizations and mods they can do to this figure, and there's a bunch of aftermarket kits also. And I'm probably going to see about eventually doing those mods and picking those up too. This figure almost sank the entire RID line. She's a piece of crap, but she's a fembot. So, it's been Talk today with a review of Transformers Prime RID Airachnid. Thank you much for watching.